Good evening and welcome tonight. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo dumps PDP, says he's satisfied with being a statesman. Ogun State chapter of the PDP expels Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. Party describes former president's decision as unfortunate. PVC collection across the country now about 73%. INEC condemns low turnout of card owners at designated centers. And Egypt on a revenge mission against ISIS over the killing of Christians.
In business news tonight, Petroleum Pricing Regulatory Agency, the PPRA, says price of petrol will remain within acceptable brackets in line with international markets on the heels of an over-recovery.
While on sports news, disgraced American cyclist Lance Armstrong given court orders to pay the sum of $10 million to SCA Promotions.
Former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo is no longer a member of the People's Democratic Party. Earlier today, Chief Obasanjo announced his decision to leave the party, but says this does not mean that he will be joining another political party because he intends to remain a statesman. He made a dramatic exit as his hilltop residence in Ogun State when he asked the PDP ward chairman to destroy his membership card. This was done amidst cheers by his supporters. The former president was elected on the platform of the PDP in 1999 and was re-elected in 2003. But recently, he's fallen out with President Goodluck Jonathan and the party.
His party membership card hanging between his two hands. No one knows what exactly the former president is up to or what he has on his mind as he moves to the rhythm of a song and cheers from his supporters in the room. Chief Obasanjo turns to the man seated close to him. Shred it into pieces, he tells him. And so the man does as asked. That generates jubilation from the supporters. The Yoruba song simply interprets, like a joke, PDP is gone to the pit for good. Amidst several things the general said in his native language regarding the rights of everyone to vote whoever they desire, he makes it clear that he does not need any political party to associate in the manner he desires. But then he also speaks in English.
I am no more a politician, I'm a statesman, both internally and externally. Anybody in his right senses talk of interim government in a constitutional setting. Where is it in our constitution? But some of them are working for it. God will not allow it. Yeah!
To many, the action of former President Olusegun Obasanjo may have come as a rude shock, but for some others, there is nothing surprising about it, especially against the backdrop of his latest statements and association with people outside the PDP. Sheon Okimaloye, Channels Television News.
And the party is not taking the action of the former president lying low, especially the leadership of the party in Ogun State. A few hours after the news of Chief Obasanjo's exit from the party got to town, the chairman of the PDP in the state, Chief Bayo Dayo, announced the expulsion of the former president for what it terms anti-party activities. Other national leaders of the party have also waded into the matter. The chairman of the party's board of trustees, Chief Tony Aneni, and also a member of the BOT and Southwest leader, Chief Olabode George, have all condemned the action of Chief Obasanjo. We'll be bringing you more on those reactions later, but the People's Democratic Party has described the exit of the former president as unfortunate. The party, in a press statement this evening by its National Publicity Secretary, Olisa Metu, says it is deeply saddened by that Chief Obasanjo, a man that they revered as leader and the party's first presidential flag bearer, and on which platform he ruled for 8 years, could decide to abandon the party at this critical point. The party has accused Chief Obasanjo of discountenancing all pleas by party elders and leaders with regards to his reservation on certain issues within the fold. The party, however, says most Nigerians are bewildered as to the manner of provocation that could have led a former president to the extent of tearing his membership card of a party that he once led. In the meantime, the military has refuted claims credited to the former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, that it is in league with President Goodluck Jonathan in the postponement of the general elections to facilitate his re-election. According to a statement issued by the Defense Headquarters, the military also accused the former president of politicizing national security and military issues, saying that while Chief Obasanjo's intentions remain unclear, his motives for making such utterances are less than noble. The party adds that while it had the desire to accord some respect to the former president and his views, a statement credited to him did not reflect the standard of discipline expected from a former general of his status. It adds that the world has moved beyond the mentality of Chief Obasanjo's, saying that the military personnel of today are better equipped in training, education, and exposure to have a better appreciation of democracy and its importance to national prosperity. To electoral matters now, an alarm has been raised by a group called Project Nigeria, led by elder statesman Professor Nwabueze, about the 2015 general elections. The group today said it is not surprised that the country's democracy is beginning to yield desperate and panicky actions from the political class. In a press statement released through its head of secretariat, Mr. Olawale Okuni, the group says that by the framework of the subsisting 1999 constitution, coupled with its attendant amendments, it will be very difficult for any government in Nigeria, no matter how well-intentioned, to meet the democratic expectations of the people. The group goes further to say that Nigeria is presently sitting on a keg of gunpowder and may have just postponed the doomsday by the recent 6 weeks extension of the forthcoming elections. The truth is that the constitutional structure of Nigeria is deeply self-contradictory to democratic survival of Nigeria. The group is then asking for the implementation of the reports of the 2014 National Conference and has asked eminent Nigerians in the political class to stand up and take responsibility for the dire situation that it has found itself in. The All Progressives Congress presidential and governorship rally in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, today ended abruptly following a breakdown of order occasioned by a rather unruly crowd. As a result, the APC presidential candidate, General Muhammadu Buhari, had a hectic time making his way to the platform and eventually failed to make a speech as a crowd surged onto the podium, disrupting the rally entirely. General Buhari and other officials eventually left the venue amidst a sea of heads who were completely uncontrollable. Our correspondent, Olu Phillips, reports.
This is Ramat Square in the heart of Maiduguri, Borno State, and these people in their hundreds are here for the All Progressives Congress presidential rally.
We have witnessed the arrival of His Excellency General Muhammadu Buhari.
From what our cameras can see, virtually every space has been taken in anticipation to catch a glimpse of the flag bearer and his team on a day the state government declared a work-free day. As he touched down from this SUV, the crowd went into a frenzy. This continued for several minutes, visibly an uncontrolled crowd. They could not make it to their seats, neither could any official make it to the microphone, as the podium and the VIP stands were practically evaded. Left with no option, General Buhari was guided back to his vehicle, as well as other officials, signaling the end of an event which never started. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
The appeal court sitting in Abuja has thrown out the application filed by the All Progressives Congress, challenging the decision of the tribunal which upheld the election of Ekiti State Governor Ayo Fayose. The court held that the appellants could not prove beyond reasonable doubt the allegations of forgery against the governor and how they were disenfranchised in the polls. The court ruled that there was no merit in the appeal and therefore struck it out. The court, however, took a swipe at the government for deploying men of the armed forces during the polls, an action, it said, was outside their constitutional role. In part two, after the break, military announces recapture of Mungunu and other towns from Boko Haram in the state. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.